Hello everybody, and welcome to another Vintage Cube video. Not the best pack to start, I'll say that much. Well, actually maybe that's not. Honestly, Ash Barrens is probably fine. It's like basically a fetch land, it's worse, but it can't get any color, which is nice, and it has like the Ren and 6 synergies that other fetch lands have as well. Outside of that, we could take like Rafellos is good in mono green, but I don't love first picking cards that are that linear. I also don't love taking Rafellos and passing Guy's Cradle or vice versa. Weirdly, like I mean, this card is actually just not even close to a first pick, but it is like kind of sweet. Like if you take this and get like Kiki combo stuff, you can go pretty deep, or like maybe Walking Ballista. Um, Loran is pretty good. Yeah, quite a weak pack, honestly. I think I'm just gonna take the Ash Barrens and stay open. Days, I guess, also worth mentioning. Maybe Time Spiral, but that's those are both like pretty committal. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take the Ash Barrens. We'll see what looks open. Okay, I think I'm just gonna take another one of these fetch lands. Would you rather? We're getting green either way. Would you rather red or white? It's too early in the draft to know what's gonna be more open. I think I'm leaning towards red um, because of Ren and Six, honestly. Although it's kind of a wash. They're very, very similar in this position this early in the draft. Yeah, I'll take the Wooded Foothills. Would love to see Ren and Six here, third pick. Well, no Ren and Six, but I think I'm just gonna take another fetch land here. I mean, there's Animate Dead. Fourth pick or third pick Animate Dead is kind of a signal. There's like a somewhat late Birds of Paradise. But yeah, let's just go in on these fetch lands. I like now that we took the red one since we're getting another red one. So we could just be like a sort of Jund mid-range deck. We could be red and six strip mine shenanigans. Could be like still just like a five color Omnath style deck. But yeah, I like this sort of a lot. Having gotten two other fetch lands makes me actually more happy with the Ash Baron's first pick instead of less happy. I really like having redundancy for this sort of thing. Now we can build our deck with that in mind, just knowing that we'll have access to lots of fetch lands. So shuffle effect related stuff like Sylvan Library and Courser Crewfix will be good. Speaking of, there's a library right there. There's also Life from the Loam, which is kind of juicy here. The thing with it is that there's a good chance it comes around. But also if we take it, it helps to like lock out this lane. Could also just take Grim Monolith for power level, or Escape to the Wilds, because Escape to the Wild is great. Sylvan Library, yeah, lots of good stuff here. This is a pretty powerful pack. Hmm. I don't think I'm taking iteration. Yeah, so I think it is between like green/green red cards. I'm not gonna take Glorybringer. Well, it could be Monolith. It could be Monolith. Honestly, I'm gonna take the Loam. We have three fetch lands already. Yeah, let's take this. So, what do we want to get now? I mean, more redundancy would be good. Like Ren and Six would be great. Probably Wasteland or Strip Mine would be best case scenario. There's Oliphant, which is kind of interesting, but I think I'm gonna take Boseiju here. Great with Life from the Loam also, and just a good card. Oliphant's nice as well, but yeah, let's take the Boseiju. Seems solid. Green is looking fairly open. Corsair is the kind of green card that we would be potentially interested in as well, but I still think we want to take the Boseiju. Oh, whoops. Um, Interesting. So there's yet another fetch land. Also Hex Drinker, but you know what? I'm taking the fetch land. I think we just like, if we got no more at this rate, we don't need 10 fetch lands. Like if we already, this will be our fourth essentially. However, if we take it at basically, we can like take none for the rest of the draft and still build as if we have a bunch of fetch lands in our deck, which I think is going to be nice. It's not super likely we'll be able to get more of these later. I do like Hex Drinker a lot, but I think I'm still taking this here. And now just like our mana is kind of unreal. Okay, interesting. Super late Llanowar Elves. There's also Reclamation Sage, which is great, but I think I will just take the Elf. Witherbloom Command is okay. Not super exciting. Yeah, I'll take the elf. Okay, there's Stomping Ground. There's also Primeval Titan, which are both looking really good. Um, Interesting. I think I really want Stomping Ground. Primetime could be good. It's not actually great yet, but if we get like Dark Depths Thespian Sage stuff, which might happen, then that would be good. But I really, really want to have access to this. I think red is fairly open. It's a color that I'm very interested in splashing. All of these can find the Stomping Ground. Yeah, I think this is just like a really important card for this deck. Okay, Rafellos did not come around, but the Guy's Cradle did. I don't think we take the Cradle though. I mean, it's okay with like prime time, but we're not getting that on the wheel. Let's take a Flame Tongue Kavu, actually. This is great. This is not a color combination that's good at removal. What the worm? I mean, could take this if we want to set up for Jund, but I think I'm just going to take another fetch land and just like, yeah, this is kind of insane. I've almost never had this many fetch lands. There's Thespian Sage, so let's take this. If this is wheeling, we could get Dark Depths, and that would be a pretty exciting direction to be able to go. Rampaging Raptor and Titan of Industry, not that exciting. Okay, love seeing a late Glorybringer. I'm very happy to play that. Hilarious draft, just so many fetch lands. Okay, we'll take an Abrupt Decay. We're not playing black yet. We did pass some black lands, but we could get there. Okay, I'll take Pionkier Nalar over Knight of Autumn. Knight of Autumn is decent if we splash white, but I actually like Pionkier Nalar a lot in this style of deck. Oh, last pick Otari. So maybe we end up playing Naya. Okay, there's Wasteland. Super great pickup with like Life from the Loam, and also in the position where we're taking any other land recursion things very highly. So I think we will just take that. Yeah, nothing else here looks amazing. Maybe we get Copperline Gorge on the wheel. I would play Oracle of Moldiah for sure, but we'll take the Wasteland. Pretty happy about that. All right, love to see it. There's also Bayou if we want to splash black, but yeah, easy Ren and 6. This is like the best Ren and 6 deck. I mean, we already have literally 5 fetch lands, counting Ash Barrens, plus Wasteland, plus Beseiju. All right, interesting. We could just take Derogatory Speaker. It's probably the pick. Spar's Headquarters is like kind of tempting. I mean, it would give us like very good access to all colors essentially. I guess not black. Maybe we do actually take that, but it doesn't have red. And Derogatory Speaker is pretty nice. Yeah, let's take the Tree Speaker. Kind of close, but we don't have any blue cards. We don't have any white cards we're that committed to, so I don't think we really need that sort of thing. Okay, interesting. Titania looks great here. There's an Overgrown Tomb as well if we want to splash black, but I think Titania is actually like an incredibly high pickup for this deck. With all these land shenanigans, yeah, let's take this. Great pickup. Okay, here is a Xander's Lounge, which does not add green, but it adds a lot of other colors. Probably not where we want to be. I'm not that interested in regrowth. What does this do? It copies your instants and sorceries. So this is good if you have lots of instants and sorceries, which we don't have. That's not the kind of card we're looking for. So Xander's Lounge, we can grab it with everything except Windswept Heath. This is a real brick of a pack for us. I guess we take the Xander's Lounge, but that's not a card that I'm very excited to get. It doesn't even add white, and Otari is like a card that we would potentially want to splash. If we end up with like a Field of the Dead deck, it could get there. We also could just like, we could easily just end up being a 5-color deck. We don't have that much in the way of fetchable lands yet, but we have time to get some. Okay, Grist looks decent. We have passed some black lands, but we got the Xander's Lounge. I think I will take it. It's not super exciting, but nor is anything else in this pack. And if we get if we do get a late black land, then this could become nice. Oh, whoa. Wow, lots of good stuff here. So Fractured Identity is disgustingly good. We have no white mana. There's also the Temple Garden. But I think I'm just going to take Undermountain Adventurer. This card is phenomenally strong. Yeah, I can't believe I'm seeing a Fractured Identity go this late and not taking it. But I think I actually should take the Undermountain Adventurer here and just be leaning towards Jund. This can just be a black-red land. Or even just cut black, maybe. But yeah, let's take the I mean, this is just like one of the best green cards in the format. Okay, not a ton for us here. There is a Plateau. I don't think we're playing Recurring Nightmare. Although, well, actually, maybe we do just take Recurring Nightmare. You know what? Yeah, let's take this. Lotus Field is kind of interesting too, but I think not worth it. Let's go with like Titanium. But yeah, let's take Recurring Nightmare. We have some 5-drops. We have some cheap stuff. We don't need to like build around it, but it can just be like a solid card. Now we'll take Pylon. Okay, so we're moving into just solidly Jund, which I'm totally fine with. I do need to work on the mana base a bit, but maybe not even that much. Yeah, I don't think Grim Lavamancer looks that good. Yeah, destroy target creature or planeswalker. Yeah, this is actually perfect. I'm happy to get that. Okay, does Imperial Recruiter do anything? It cannot find Undermountain Adventure or Titania or Glorybringer or Flame Tongue, so it doesn't find much. But it does find Pia, and then it finds like Mana Dorks. Seems pretty weak. Could take Fiery Islet. Could take Bauble. I guess I'll take this just because it finds Grist. Interesting. Okay, we'll take a Woe Strider. Probably not going to play it in the main deck, but it's not the worst. I'm pretty unlikely to be playing white at this point, although maybe not even. But I still think I'm just going to take. Oh, Goblin Engineer is just so weak. All right, we'll take Samwise. Samwise is actually pretty good with fetch lands and wasteland. Now we can take a Fatal Push or Chupacabra. Interesting. Push is nice because we have all these fetch lands, but I think I'm still taking the Chupacabra in our like sort of Imperial Recruiter Recurring Nightmare deck. Put target creature card from a graveyard under the battlefield under your control. You take the initiative. Oh, what? Wait, what? This card's actually insane. Reanimate, and you take the initiative, and then you can even escape this. Yeah, that's a great card. And last pick, Bitter Reunion, which we also might play. Okay, so interesting start for sure. I would love a way to play extra lands. Okay, well, I'll take a Strip Mine. That's awesome. But yeah, Fast Bond would be a really high pickup here. But yeah, I'll definitely take Strip Mine. Now we have Strip Mine, Wasteland, Ren 6, Loam, so really maximizing that angle. Yeah, that seems great. Get in here. We also have this Thespian Stage hanging out, which we may or may not end up doing. If we got Dark Depths, so there was an Elvish Reclaimer in that pack. If we get the Reclaimer on the wheel and we see a Dark Depths, that'd be kind of sweet. I like being able to play that combo. Well, I think that combo is actually kind of underpowered in general, but I like being able to play it when we can recur it. A lot of decks can deal with one Indestructible 2020, but they cannot deal with multiples. Wow, okay, so another really good white card. Seasoned Dungeoneer and Fourth Airlings are both very strong. There's Godless Shrine, which is kind of interesting. But I think I'm just going to take either Tracker or Utopia Sprawl, both of which look pretty nice here. I think I want the Utopia Sprawl. As good as Tracker is, we have a decent amount of more expensive stuff, and a little bit more acceleration I think would go a long way. We have like all these 4s and 5s. Tracker's good, though. Tracker's really good. Pretty close. You know what? No, I'm taking the Tracker. Yeah, it's very close. I would like to get one more dork. If we don't get another dork, maybe I'll kind of regret that, but it's just such a nice card with all these fetch lands. Okay, a lot of good green stuff here. Witness, Vorinclex, Nissa, and then there's also Maelstrom Pulse. Pulse is pretty likely to come around, so I think I'm just going to take Nissa. Yeah, we'll take that. Okay. Yet another fetch land, although I don't think we really need more fetch lands at this point, especially this fetch land. That's just not very good for us. Could take Lelia, could take Blooming Marsh, could take Duress, actually, or Night's Whisper. Maybe we take Night's Whisper, although I'm worried we're going to be in a point where we just have like all this card advantage and like, Life from the Loam and Imperial Recruiter, and just like, we're just kind of clunky. We need more stuff that impacts the board. Yeah, let's take Duress. Oh, we really don't have much black mana right now. Maybe we actually do need to take Blooming Marsh. Yeah, we actually have some heavy black stuff. I'm going to take the Blooming Marsh. Lately is great too, but it's not at its best in this deck with no removal to clear the path. Okay, Monster Manual seems pretty weak. Let's just take Sheoldred's Edict. We're just solidly like a Jund mid-range deck at this point with like all these land shenanigans. Endurance is good too, but I think I'd rather have a little bit more removal. Oh, we're a bit light on removal. Interesting. So, Rogran Triome, Inquisition, and Chandra. I think I'll take the Chandra. I know it's not amazing with the curve, but it's a very, very strong card. Okay, wow, that's awesome. Channeler, Breeding Pool, Duretti all look great, but I think we got to take this Ataur's Proving Ground. This really helps bring the mana together. Now we can cut the Xander's Lounge and just like actually have like a perfect Triome to fetch, especially since we're a bit light on 1-drops. Yeah, let's get that in here. There is Ramunap Excavator versus Mosswood Dread Knight. I do like the Mosswood Dread Knight, but I think I'm taking the Ramunap here with like just having tons of redundancy for this. So we don't have ways to play extra lands, which is too bad, but we have lots of ways to recur our lands, and I like that like that plan. We're obviously not on the Thespian stage at this point. I do think Ash Barrens is still worth it. Bitter Reunion seems like a nice way to turn like extra lands from Life from the Loam into better cards. I like all the removal. Yeah, I mean honestly, everything in the main deck is something I'm pretty. I guess maybe Imperial Recruiter is on the chopping block, although it does find Ramanap, but it's just kind of clunky. It's good with Recurring Nightmare though too. Could also cut the Recurring Nightmare, and it's like not good and like, it's very good against control decks, but against like an aggro deck, it's pretty clunky. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move that to the board. Cool idea, but it didn't really get there. Okay, there's Reclaimer and Lava Claw Reaches. And like almost Armageddon, but let's take the Reaches. Yeah, this is a nice card in this deck. We can like recur it, so it's just a real, very real threat. Well, actually, maybe Eldritch Reclaimer is great. You know what? Yeah, this is great. It's gonna be a 3/4 all the time. Yeah, I think that's worth it. Okay, interesting. We wield the fourth Aerlingus and Utopia Sprawl. We don't have any white lands though. I don't think we're likely to get one super late. Would be great if we could play it, but I think Utopia Sprawl is actually a very strong pickup. Yeah, let's just take this. Wow, okay. We'll take the Maelstrom Pulse, which is also good, but gonna have to make some cuts. Um, I want all of these. Interesting. Do we want a little card draw, or do we want like a kind of clunky piece of top end? We already have a lot of 5 drops. I think I'll take the Night's Whisper. Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll take this. Okay, sideboard card. We can bring in our blue land. This. Last pick, Wrath of God. Okay. So, what are the cuts here? I think I'm going to cut the Recruiter. It does find Grist. Maybe that's. But it also finds Ravenous Chupacabra. Seems pretty good. We could probably cut this. Put a creature card from any graveyard. Wait, this card is so good. Yeah, okay, I do just want to play this. I think we can leave this in the board, that's fine. We're not going to play Woe Strider since we're playing this instead for our Delve card. Honestly, I think 5 lands, 5 basics should be fine here. We go like this, I think. Let's see how that would look. 16 lands, but then we have some other mana sources too. Sort by color. This deck is sweet. So we got 14 green cards, 6 red, 8 black. So a little bit heavier. Whoops, a little bit heavier on the black than the red, but also pretty even. So it gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 green sources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black sources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red sources. Yeah, seems totally fine. This is like a sweet. The flaw with it, I think we'll be a little soft to combo decks. We'll be very good against control with like Undermountain Adventurer plus like all these sort of Ran 6 strip mine shenanigans. We'll be good against creature decks, I think, because we have a reasonably solid removal suite, and then like the rest of the lineup pretty well against them, like Lordbringer and Flametongue Kavu. But the problem will be combo decks because we're not that fast and we don't have great interaction for them. You know, like Maelstrom Pulse just doesn't do anything against the Storm deck usually. But the deck looks sweet. So like, we just need to hope to play against some decks that are on the slower side. If we play against like some sort of 5-color Omnath deck, we'll just wreck them with like Wasteland Strip Mine plus Ran 6, Loam, and Ramanap. With all of this stuff, we could get away with going down to 15 lands, maybe. We could cut Ash Barrens even. I think it's fine. I also want to make sure that these fetch lands have things to find. So like Bloodstained Mire can get basic mountain, basic swamp, stomping grounds, eye towards proving ground. I guess 4 is enough. Yeah, alright. I think this is solid. So, can we win the die roll and have Ren 6 plus strip mine? We did not win the die roll. I'll still take Ren 6 plus strip mine though. Alright. Don't have any of that stuff, but we have a keepable hand, so I can't really complain. Question is, do we want to lead on Tree Speaker, or do we want to get a Triome on turn 1? Um, Against the green deck, it's probably correct to lead on Tree Speaker here and just try to be faster than them. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's too juicy to pass up. Take one. So this is gonna get Stomping Ground, presumably. Hex Drinker, don't care much about that. Maybe we do care about that. Strip Mine, interesting. So, I mean, the problem is if we just like, we could just lose to this card. Hmm. Could also just kill this now. That's the most risk averse line. I think I will actually do that. Kind of weirdly. Um, yeah, let's do this. Oh, what am I doing? Oh man, that was bad. Okay. So yeah, we needed to convoke. We needed to tap that for pylon. Um, that was bad. So if they level this up, we can no longer kill the thing. So given that, what's our plan? If they're, I mean, they're probably just gonna level up their thing. We could use the reclaimer. No, I think it's best to just level this up. Man, that was not well done. Do we want to get black source? I think I will get black. It sort of turns us off of P and Karen Alar, but it does let us have pylon as an opportunity. But yeah, that was really not well done. So what we should have done was either just pass, but I think that's probably what we should have done, so we don't lose to this Hex Drinker. The other option would be to just not attack with this, level it up, and then sack a land here, end of turn. Hopefully they play something other than just leveling up this. Oko? Okay, I'm actually very much okay with that. Okay, so let's untap. Good draw. So we could play Nissa. I think I like piling on the Oko though. And then just trying to race the Hex Drinker. Um, with that being said, can we play Nissa into Pylon? If we name black here. No, I think I like the idea of strip mining them too. So we have one green floating. We could name red, then play Tireless Tracker, then play land and kill the Oko by convoking for 2. That seems worth it. We don't get the strip mine, but I think that's okay. Kill this. We actually do also have other answers to their thing. Okay, let's graveyard both of these, I think. Unless, actually, maybe we do want Windswept Heath. It can get Stomping Ground, which gives us our other red source. Yeah, that actually seems kind of good here with the Tireless Tracker in play. Okay, they can wasteland our strip mine if they want to. Don't care too much about that. Then they level up their thing to a 4/4, but we can win the race pretty easily here. They can't even really attack, I think. But they do. Pretty happy to see that. So if we fetch Shock, then I don't really want to be in the point where 2 big Hex Drinker hits kills me. So what are other options? We could just not even get a red source here. Go like, because we don't have any life gain. So if we fetch Shock, go to 12, then they play land, level us up all the way. They could just kill our, they could just kill us in 2 attacks, which seems bad. So I think I'm just gonna give up on the P and Karen Alar. Could also get Zytor's Proving Ground actually, and then just untap a land. I like the idea of cracking both clues, or two clues though, so I'm just gonna not worry about their thing. Yeah, I think this is fine. Oh wait, we can even just untap, we can get two things out of that next turn. So crack one of these clues. Sure. Animate. And then this is a big attack. Hitting them for 11. Ash Barons. Not great, but it's fine. Pass turn. We've gone through a lot of lands here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lands down. There we go. So solid. Playing against some sort of three-color deck. Oko is pretty good against our deck. That well, actually, Shield. We have two clean answers to it. I don't think we want Woe Strider or Recurring Nightmare in this matchup. We could. Grist is also a good answer to Oko, so maybe we do play Imperial Recruiter to find the Grist. Could cut. Oh, Abrupt Decay, man, we're good at killing Oko. We're very good at killing Oko. Could cut the PN Kieran Lar. Seems kind of clunky. But that also makes the Recruiter worse. Let's just not play the Recruiter. Actually, no. On the draw, I'm going to cut Ash Barons. I think that's fine. Yeah, 15 lands, but with like lots of ways to recur lands on the draw. Should be plenty. They are playing Wasteland, which makes it a little bit more dicey, but I think it's fine. Okay, no fetch land, which is kind of weird, but we have lots of stuff I will definitely keep. I was hoping to see a non-basic on turn 1. Ooh, Fast Bond. Don't love this. They turn 1 Hex Drinker? No, okay. Man, well, that's a solid start. I'm not going to wasteland them here. That seemed like that would help them much more than me. I'm just going to grab a Triome here. And now it just depends what they have. I mean, they're way up on resources, of course, or on mana. So what do they have to do with it? Like Undermountain Adventure or Minsc and Boo would just win the game. Um, yeah, like our Wasteland plan is so bad against Fast Bond into 3 lands on turn 1. When if we don't have our own Fast Bond, that's the problem with this. Like we can only play 1 card per turn, so we're just going to be like way too slow if they're really popping off. Okay. It's scary if they need even more mana. Just play like Wall of Roots, Elvish Mystic, that's fine. So they're down to 1 card. Grab our Ziotor's Proving Ground, top deck, Ren and 6 maybe? Flametongue Kavu, not the worst. I'm not going to play this Loam to just bring back Verdant Catacombs. I don't think that's worth it. Okay, this looks bad. 6 mana, solid turn 3. Could be Prime Time. Could be Hydroid Krasis for 4. Okay, that's probably one of the least bad things that it could be. Because Flametongue Kavu can deal with a lot of stuff they would be getting here. They just get like Questing Beast. Yeah, we're going to take 12 damage, but then we can stabilize pretty well. Kinnan. That's really not impressive. I mean, I guess their plan is just to spend 7. Well, yeah, they can spend 7 mana next turn. That's a little scary. Removal spell? No such luck. It's like weirdly tempting to wasteland them. That just can't be right though. So I'm going to give them 1 turn with this. I will crack that. We're gonna like this loses out on some tireless tracker equity, but I like being able to get the tap stomping ground. And then we'll just see if they get to look at 5 cards and put a non-human creature into play. So this is the key turn. If they hit something really good right now, we will lose. But if they don't hit anything too devastating, we can Flametongue Cover to take this out and then stabilize the board with our Planeswalkers. If they hit Crater Hoof, is it just game? Probably. That'd be 12 points of pump plus 9 points of initial power, 21. Okay, Kogla. Probably enough to win here. Maybe not, though. We're going to take 4. Then kill the Kinnan. Oh, they don't attack with Kinnan. I guess I'm happy to see that. We have a few answers to Kogla, but not a ton. So we definitely need to take out the cannon, and I'll just play this over Chandra for some obvious reasons. But if it's not obvious, like this just stabilizes the board better. We can trade with the Eternal Witness and take 8, and then play Nissa to just give us chump blockers. I guess that really does not seem like a good position, but I think that is what we need to do here. Go to okay. Well, may have to settle this one in game 3, and that's fine. This is like a pretty strong game from them, of course. Blessing Meyer, yeah, you got me. Okay, so game 3. Their deck is pretty broken. Fastball plus a good mix of lands and spells is going to be tough for us to beat. Let's bring a land back in on the play. I think Recruiter is still good because I really want to be able to maximize our Grist games. I think I will cut the P in Karen Lar here. Run it back like that. Interesting. I think I will keep this somewhat begrudgingly. We need our double black, so I am going to play this in turn 1. It's kind of tempting to save it to cycle. But we only have 2 black sources in our deck. Is that bad? Maybe that's bad. But I'm pretty sure it is true, and we have a double black card in our hand, so we're just going to get this into play on turn 1. Oh, well, fair enough. Not too worried about that with all of our ways to recur it. So we'll get Stomping Ground here. Then this can get basic Swamped, so we can cast our Shieldred's Edict. Can I get a Renin 6 one time? Wasteland, interesting. Okay, Verdant Catacombs go. I hope they go. It would have been hilarious if they went Channel Emrakul and we just had Shieldred's Edict up. Okay, so now the question is, do we want to... Oh, they leave up... Oh, no. Okay, they level up, sure. I think I'm going to not play the Shieldred's Edict here because I would really love for them to sink more mana into this next turn. Crack this, grab that Swamp. Really low on fetchable lands here. Man. Okay. Do we want to get our double black or our double red? We still have a mountain in our deck and we have double black in our hand, so I think I'm going to Utopia Sprawl naming black here. And now that we have double black for Chupacabra, we don't necessarily need to worry about this Hex Drinker too much. I might just take the hit if they level it up, and then Chupacabra to kill it. Happy to see something we can wasteland. Okay, let's just do this. We'll kill both of their things. Yeah. So each player sacrifices a non-token creature. Okay, non-token. I don't want to accidentally choose the wrong mode on that. So we kill that, kill this, kill this. It's like basically all 1-for-1 exchanges, so it's nothing crazy for us. Okay, I think I would rather kill the Mystic than the Kinnan here. Ooh. That is interesting. I think I still want to go after their mana here, though. It's close. But yeah, just letting them untap with 2 mana instead of 4 seems like a pretty big difference. Okay, not a bad draw. Let's jam this tracker, though, first. I think I'm going to upkeep this card draw just in case they have some sort of weird shenanigans. Okay, that's actually a good draw. That gives us our second red source, 2 clues. I mean, yeah, this really illustrates why Tyler's Tracker is such a beast. This is funny. So this doubles their mana from most of their mana sources, but not from Wall of Roots. Okay, Nissa was another good draw. So, do we want... I'm not going to use the Maelstrom Pulse here. So if we're not going to use Maelstrom Pulse either way, we should just play Nissa like this. Yeah, pretty amazing position for us here. Another fetch land, wow. Okay, I'm gonna crack this. I mean, they can hit back on at our Nissa for 2, but I think I don't care. I'd rather just hit them for an extra damage with this tracker. There's a Ren and 6, okay. Ren 6 can bring back Wasteland, but that doesn't do too much. So, honestly, pretty bad draw at this stage of the game, but I feel great. Like, we're way up on mana, way up on resources. We still have Maelstrom Pulse. Eternal Witness to bring back a land is fine. Okay, solid. 1-0. See you in round 2. Alright, round 2 against Milkman Rob. We're on the draw, but with a good hand. It's a little clunky, but I think it is still a keep. Does it say a land's put in the graveyard from the battlefield, so it does not work with Ash Barrens, unfortunately. We need to decide what we want to name with Utopia Sprawl, and if we want to play Utopia Sprawl on turn 1, or play Zytor's Proving Ground on turn 1. I might just play the Proving Ground, honestly, unless we draw a 3-drop. Kind of close. I think I am just going to get this down. I like being able to just develop this. Like, our mana, our colored mana is solid. Like, we have a million fetch lands plus a Triumph. So we have lots of sort, even though we're only playing 16 lands and several colorless lands, we have, like, multiple, like, lots of, it's easy to get one of each color. But the 2 is a little bit difficult, so just sequencing the tap land into play immediately is kind of nice. Okay. I'm going to go land Utopia Sprawl on black to give us our second black, and then this can get us our second red. This lets us hold up Abrupt Decay or Ash Barrens. Might just get a mountain with Ash Barrens. Although I don't want to run out of fetchable lands for the Bloodstained Mire. We have 2 left. I think it's fine. I'm just gonna get the mountain here. Interesting. Okay, I'm not gonna just jump Flametongue Kavu. It would have to kill itself immediately. So let's just crack this. Grab. Swamp. And then I'll just loan these 2 back. Nothing crazy, but solid little 2 for 1 here. We can decide if we want to start dredging loam. If we do, that lets us dig towards Wasteland or Strip Mine, which would just win the game, I think. It's kind of close. Okay, they just concede, sure. Well, based on what we've seen, they only play 1 land and it's a non-basic, so Wasteland should be good. Do we want to make any changes? I mean, we obviously don't know anything about their deck. The only thing we know, they're probably kind of slow deck if they're playing event tapped land. They also, yeah, so that's slight points for bringing in Recruiter, but I think I'm just going to run it back on the draw. Yeah, we'll just learn a little bit more about what they're doing before we do anything crazy. Okay, the rare hand with no fetch land or waste, like, yeah, we have literally 7 lands that go to the graveyard, and we have none of them in our Ren and 6 hand. I would love to draw a Wasteland here and just take this out. This card's not that good, I think. It's fine, but it's pretty slow. Actually, maybe this card is good. They spend 2 mana, tap it, loot, and then they can like make a treasure token or something. It's fine. Wasteland. Interesting. So we could Wasteland them. We could just play Ren and 6, or we could play Bitter Reunion. I think I'm just gonna play Ren and 6. I don't love it, but I think this is better. Like, just playing no spells here feels too bad. It really sucks that we didn't have a red-green land. If we could have gone Wasteland plus Ren and 6, that would have been amazing, but not the case here. So we'll just do this, pass. They can animate this. No, no, they're 1 mana short of being able to swing with this, so we can just hit them with the Llanowar Elves, and then next turn we can start kind of going off. Um, yeah, well, we can either play Under Mountain Adventurer or Wasteland plus bring back Wasteland and Bitter Reunion. Either one of those lines seems pretty good. They did not. Interesting. So they got tap land, which means they can't use the currency converter. Hmm. It's a little sketchy. I mean, maybe they just really wanted black mana. Big moment here. They obviously have a lot of mana. We can start attacking them pretty effectively. Okay, well, there goes our Under Mountain Adventurer. But they can't do anything about this Wasteland stuff. No land. Interesting. Okay. I'm just gonna hit this one, this tap. Like, yeah, I think this is fine. This takes out their black source. It means they have an extra untapped mana this turn, but that's not too bad. So we'll bring back this. And we'll play Bitter Union, attempting to discard Forest. If they have a counterspell, that's fine. Remand, okay, that's also fine. Yeah, now we're just in a great position. They missed the land drop last turn. We can wasteland their last land. We don't have a way to kill their artifacts right now, but still, like, yeah, good position. Flamed Unkavu is ready to kill a creature that they play. Wasteland is ready to kill a land that they play. They go for main phase currency converter. That's pretty underpowered. Custody Lich. So what they can do is they can tap this to basically to put that card in their graveyard and then make it 2/2. And that's fine. I do not care much about a 2/2 in this position. Okay. They go bottom, bottom, miss their land drop again. Yeah, this is looking good. Let's go Bitter Reunion. Discarding a forest. Do need to find a second red source, ideally. Well, now we really want to find a second red source. We're also getting kind of close to, or actually quite close to ultimating Ren 6, but that doesn't really do very much in our deck. I mean, if we could turn everything into Maelstrom Pulses, that would be nice, but it's not the best. Yeah, just hoping to find a red source for P and Kieran Alar. Any of our fetch lands could get Stomping Ground, so they would do the trick. Utopia Sprawl would not do the trick. No, it would. Okay, so they Swamp Cycle. Oh, huh, that's cool. This triggers from the Swamp Cycling as well. All right, fair enough. So they get a basic Swamp. They can start making 2/2s. We draw a basic Swamp, which sucks. Yeah, that's quite bad, actually. Just bring back this Forest. I'm gonna play Swamp here, I think. Which gives us double black. There's just not that much need to play Wasteland. The only world where we want to do it is if they play non-basic land and we draw a mountain. I guess maybe that's likely enough that we do want to, that we should hold. I'm not sure. Okay, maybe this currency converter is about to start just making 2/2s every turn. Which I guess is scary. Flash. Well, we'll see what they can do with that. Itali. Alright, fair enough. They hit a Traxa and Titania? Well, okay, well, yeah, you got me. That's pretty brutal, honestly. Um, yeah, fair enough. Jeez. I guess I won't concede yet in case we rip in Maelstrom Pulse off the top. I also just want to see more of their deck. Okay, they do have Minsk and Boo. They have Reanimate. So yeah, they're like kind of in on this combo stuff. Good to know. I don't think it changes anything necessarily for how we sideboard, but it will change a bit for how we play the game. We want to be more proactive, potentially. I wish we had Graveyard Hate, but we do not. Man, I thought we were in a great position, but Flash into Atali into Yeah, I mean, they essentially put 19 mana of creatures into play this turn for the low price of 2 mana. So I'll take one draw step, and if I don't find something very good, I will concede. By very good, maybe we could survive. I mean, we can kill this Titania, take a hit from this, and then find Maelstrom Pulse. Brutal. That doesn't even have anything to find. Man, that's just so bad. Okay, so let's go Flame Tongue Kavu, kill Titania. And relapse. Okay, okay. Yeah, if we're drawing that, I don't think we can win anymore. Tough loss for sure. Um, we need to, and the problem that the fact that they can like really go off with only 2 mana is pretty unfortunate because it means we can't rely on just like wastelanding them to keep them from getting up to 5 mana. It was very lucky for them, of course, to hit Atraxa plus Titania. Like just putting Atali into play is not necessarily devastating, but it was that game. Man, okay, so this hand needs to find lands, of course. I think it's too bad to keep. Yeah, I think we gotta ship it, unfortunately. And then we draw no lander. Alright, down to 5, but a 5 lander with Ren and 6 is totally fine. I think this is fine too. Um, put back Chandra because we don't have double red. And I'll put back from the Catacombs, I think. We have a plan here. We're trying to get Titania into play quickly. If you're gonna mulligan to 5 and be down on resources, you have to have a plan. Your plan can't really be just like one-for-one trades. Okay, so looking for Wasteland or Strip Mine, Ren and 6. Basic Force was maybe the worst possible draw. Probably was the worst possible draw. I at least want to draw like another fetch land or something. Wasteland is good against their deck. Alright, that's fine. Can we find Underworld Adventurer? Or whatever that's called, the 4 mana green initiative creature? Okay. Probably one of the top 10 cards we could have drawn, maybe even top 5. Next turn we can make 3 more treasure tokens and put 10 power into play. While also getting ourselves our extra red mana. They could have Flash. Flash Atraxa would not even be good here. Flash Atali, high variance, could be good. What you got, opponent? Toxic Deluge. Grist. Okay, that's not too bad. Not too good either. Okay, solid draw. Let's go land. Send this at Grist. They're going to chump block. If they don't, I will just crack the clue, but I can't imagine that happening. What? Hmm. Okay, I think I'm just gonna kill this then. Like, I want to get the Titania into play, but killing Grist for free seems pretty good. They might be able to reanimate it, of course, but I think that's fine. Let's crack another clue in case we find a 1-drop. Okay, don't hate drawing another land. Pass. I mean, the opponent could, of course, reanimate the Grist. Maybe that's their plan. But then, like, then we can still kill the... Yeah, that, I mean, that's not even that good. We're threatening to just go absolutely off next turn. We could put 15 power and 4 clues into play. If they don't do something to deal with our creatures. Jace the Mind Sculptor, Bouncing Tireless Tracker. Fair enough. I think we just want to play Titania here. Interesting draw. That can kill the Shelllock Isle at some point, but not yet. For now, I don't think we want. Yeah, I think Titania is the best thing we can do this turn. So they have Jace. I mean, they can get some nice value for sure. They can almost turn on Sheldock, but not quite. I'm kind of tempted to just kill their Sheldock end of turn. Okay, weird sequencing, but fair enough. They could have just gotten an extra mana there. We're pretty low on lands left to get. I guess we get basic mountain here, and then stomping ground here if we wanted to get. If we want to, maybe it's fine to just not do that though. Okay, let's have this up. Dude, question is, do we want to Besage you? I think I'm gonna hold it. Very close. And if that's the case, then I'll just get mountain with this, and then this can get tapped stomping ground. Wasteland, great draw. Do we want to play Nissa? Yes. Mana drain. That's too bad. Let's play. The Wasteland does give away information, but if they double block the Titania, I think that's better. Do we just send everything at Jace? I guess so. It's not great because we miss out on a lot of damage, but I think taking the Jace off the board is pretty important here. That mana drain hurts a lot. They cannot play Atali probably, but they could play Atraxa, just hardcast. Which isn't the worst. We could beat them hardcasting Atraxa potentially. We also need to decide if we want to hit their Shelldock or their Xander's Lounge. I think I'm just hitting the Shelldock though. Like I don't know what's under that, but I just don't want to deal with that. Okay, that dies. Let's take this guy off the board. Pass back. 20 points of power in play. We can Besage you, one of their things if we want to, but I don't think that's necessary here. They have a lot of mana. Do they have the Atraxa in their hand? Looks like they do. Okay, kind of punished for not taking out their Black Source, but the problem is that's just so weak if they have land for Lotus Cobra. So now it's just like, can we find an answer to this track? So we have tons of power on the board, but it's not going to be that good if they're gaining 7 life. Yeah, maybe I probably made some misplays here. We could have ignored the Jace. Just swung everything at them. Okay, they take Windswept Teeth, Custodial Lich, Mystic Confluence, Talisman, and Reanimate. That's a lot of stuff. They did not take Currency Converter, which... Oh, no, okay, yeah. So, not this, not this. That they just played. Mystic Confluence in the hand. Yeah, this is not good. They can Mystic Confluence to... Oh, they went for black mana. That's interesting. Man, Mana Drain into Atraxa. Feeling pretty good with Wasteland and everything, but it's not, I'm not going to say it's 0%. Oh, they thought to use themselves so they can put a Tali into play. I feel like that's got to be not correct. Okay, they fetch down to 12. They're going to play Reanimate down to 5 and just like hope to get lucky. I don't know. I mean, maybe that'll get there. We can play Pia and Kieran Lar and have enough mana to stop them from gaining life. We can block the Atraxa and then sacrifice the Thopter. So they don't get to gain any life next turn. We'll see what they hit here. Big moment. Ramanab Excavator and Thief of Sanity. See, that's like much more common. Last game, I know they hit Atraxa plus Titania, but like this is normally what it's going to be. We just don't really care too much. I mean, they can replace Sheldock Isle. It's not great. But we could also maybe just, like, almost just kill them here. I guess not actually that close. Really sucks that they have this life linker. Okay, let's just untap. Was really hoping to find a removal spell. Huh. Well, we pretty badly need all of our, yeah, we pretty badly need all of our mana here. The question is, do we want to play Beseiju and then hold up Draga Tree Speaker? Or, and then be able to play Draga Tree Speaker, or just hold Beseiju in our hand. I think it's probably better to hold Beseiju in our hand. Not that it's even that good when they have Ramanap Excavator, but it's not that bad either. Mill is a actual win condition here. Okay. Oh, they're holding Mystic Confluence. Forgot about that. Maybe that means we can't win anymore. Oh, they have a counterspell also. Okay. Man. Really thought we were in a good position here, but yeah, attacking doesn't do anything. They can just like jump block with two things, block with these two, kill a lot of our stuff, gain 7 life. They can also almost flip this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. They played fetch land, they could have flipped this. We're drawing P and Kieran Alar. But they're gonna no, we're not, because they're gonna hit us with Thief of Sanity. What are we hoping to draw? I mean, a way to kill Atraxa, but the problem is we need to really kill Atraxa and Atali. They go Mystic Confluence, bounce 3 elementals. Oh, Custodian Lich. Kind of weird. Sack this. So we take 9. They get to take our P and Kieran Alar. They may not even take that, but we don't get our P and Kieran Alar is the point. Um, what can we draw? Is there anything? We could draw our reanimation thing and then bring back their Grist and kill one of their things, but then we likely just lose to the Atali. Man, that's just so bad. Okay, let's crack this. Maybe I guess we can cycle, or we can draw another card. Abrupt Decay does not do anything. Okay. So Maelstrom Pulse to take out Atraxa. I think that is the pick over Atali, even though Atali is not good either. Are you kidding me? Okay, whatever. Tough loss. Alright, finals against J53. We get to be on the play, and yeah, we can keep this hand. No ways to recur the Wasteland yet, but we have the Wasteland. We haven't had a single game with a turn 2 Ren and 6. Well, actually, we did have one, but I want to just go like turn 2 Land Elf, turn 1 Land Elf, turn 2 Wasteland, Ren and 6, bring back Wasteland. Is that too much to ask? Maybe. All right, Zator's Proving Ground, get out there. Let's go. I think I will crack this on turn one. Like, we do have some land shenanigans with Tireless Tracker um, and Titania, but I think it's still worth it to just get this. Although, actually, with that being said, maybe we want to get a swamp. Okay, well, that changes things. Then I'll just get um, Stomping Ground with this, Swamp with this. The old double basic. Too bad. They just level up their Evolved Sleeper and hit us for 2. That's very much okay. Okay, let's see what their 2-drop is then. Interesting. Looks like Orcish Bowmasters, which would actually be very good against us here. And I'm like almost positive they have it. I mean, there are other things they could have here, but there's not a lot. And if we just play this, it just does nothing. Because they kill the 1/1, have 2 dudes in play, level this up, that's 4 damage. Yeah, weirdly, I'm actually just not even gonna play anything here. I just think there's like, it's so likely that they have Orcish Bowmasters. Oh, well, punished, I guess. Yeah, that we did get punished. I think it was still the right play given our information set. Maybe that's too conservative though, when we haven't seen Orcish Bowmasters, but that's just like so likely for them to have. We were 100% sure they had a use for their black mana. There are some other things that it could have been. Elite Spellbinder. Okay, don't really care about that. Either way, we can play one of our 4-drops. I don't really know. I guess I would rather play P and Kieran Lar. That just seems a little bit better on this board. So I hope they take the Flame Tongue. Or I don't know. I guess I hope they take the Grist. They could take Titania just to like sort of take it out of the game and let us have our 4-drops and just take away our top end. They go for the Flame Tongue. Okay, I'm pretty happy to see that. Chandra, another good draw. Still gonna, of course, play this first though to stabilize the board. They really cannot attack with Elite Spellbinder unless they have like Mountain, Fire Covenant. Hero Bladehold. That's not very scary. Ooh, nice. Okay, so lots of options here. I think the best bet is just to go Chandra minus on the Hero Bladehold and strip mine their swamp. Could also strip mine their plains, but yeah, I think this is a bit better. Pass back, leaving back both of our blockers or all 3 of our blockers in case they have some removal of some sort. Could like Vindicate the Chandra, that would be fine. We take our clean 2 for 1. Mikey is the Luminarch. Interesting. Okay. Can we do it all? I think we can. Yeah, so let's add mana. By Titania. They just concede. So we could bring back Strip Mine. If we bring back Strip Mine, we cannot kill the Mightiest, but I don't actually think that matters much at all. So, alright. Solid game 1. Black-white mid-range or black-white aggro. We don't know exactly how aggressive they are. I don't think we want Imperial Recruiter here. Could play Woe Strider. I think I'm just going to run it back, though. Actually, maybe we cut Night's Whisper for Recruiter. No. Night's Whisper for Woe Strider. Yeah, I think that's the play. And we'll run it back like this. Open to just secure the 2-1 here. Not the best result, but not the worst. We'll take it. Okay, solid hand. We can keep this. Thoughtseize. Kind of interesting. I mean, these 2 are pretty similar, and these 2 are pretty similar, so they might just take Shielder's Edict. No, okay, they go for the one that actually makes mana. I guess that makes sense. Drop this Reclaimer and pass. If they don't do anything, I guess we just play. So we could either tap. We could crack this to get our Triumph, but at that point we might as well just grow our Reclaimer. So I'm going to fetch this main phase for a basic forest, and then just pass, and we can sack the forest to find our Zytor's Proving Ground. Could also get Strip Mine or Wasteland, but I think I'd rather get Zytor's Proving Ground here, given our hand. We also could have gotten Stomping Ground with the Verdant Catacombs, which would give us the second red. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, let's get this. Land? Not a land. Alright, well, that kind of sucks. We'll just pass. Do they have Bowmasters now? No. They don't do anything again. We'll just. I mean, I don't like taking lands out of my deck when I want to be drawing lands, but I think it is still correct. We get to grow our Reclaimer, upgrade our mana, and also make a potential, like, Ren and 6 better. So do we want to get Strip Mine / Wasteland? I don't even think. No, I don't think so. I think we get just Stomping Ground. Yeah, because, like, I don't want to be strip mining them. I think my deck is at least as mana hungry as theirs. Oh, man. Okay, well, now I'm going to start beating down. Hit for 3, pass with Shieldred's Edict up. Really want to find a land, of course. Or, I mean, actually, Ren and 6 would probably be our best draw. Life from the Loam would be comparably good. Hopefully, whatever they... Okay, they just take out our dude, that's fine. Really want to find a land here. Okay, I think I will just fire off the Shieldred Edict at this point. Each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature. Land? Oh, man. Tough. Okay, they don't have double white, which is good, because that means they can't play Hero of Bladehold. But most things they play here are going to be rough for us. Jeez, this is absurd. We kept a 2-lander. What are we going to pitch? Probably this, because we can just escape it. I hate Mana Screw. It's definitely a part of the game that just is not fun to me. Maybe that's not a hot take. I'm sure a lot of people concur the Mana Screw can be frustrating. Alright, please let me draw land. Once again, we go to discard. Nice, fun times. Vampiric Tutor, okay. I'm not going to discard a removal spell. I think I'm going to discard Chandra. It's just not that... no, I'll discard P and Kieran Law. It seems pretty weak against the GT. The downside of that is that they could reanimate our P and Kieran Lar, but the upside is they could also just have a Exhume, so yeah, I don't know. Tough game. We'll just settle this in game 3, it's fine. Archangel Elspeth, so they can make a 1/1. Yeah, that's pretty good here with GT in play. Okay, Mental Health Concession. These are just not fun games to me. Just looking at 8 cards that we just can't even do anything with. You serious? What? We kept a 2-lander? We got through 19 cards? That's okay. Well, yeah, we're going to lose that game. So, should be a good matchup. I'm not too worried about it. I'm just going to run it back. We're playing like 24 mana sources or something. Okay, great hand. Keep. Do we just want to get basic forest here? I think so. Just play around them having wasteland or something like that. Yeah, I mean this is actually the dream. This is exactly what we want. Like Ren and 6 can recur Beseiju and Wasteland. Yeah, just beautiful. Basic forest. Utopia Sprawl naming red. If they have a strip mine, I will cry. But also not even being that bad of a position because we can just rebuild with Ren and 6 after that. Oh baby, just pass. Or play Mother of Runes. So if they have Vampiric Tutor here, yeah, I want them to use it now when they don't know what we have. It would be awesome if they just put a land on top, which is possible, actually. Very, very strong start, of course. Pass back. Okay. They can make that a 2-2. Oh, what? Okay. Was not expecting to see Dark Ritual there. So they have 3 mana. And they could just level this up to be a 3-3, but that seems pretty underpowered. Interesting. Clamp, okay. Right. Good draw. Nah, maybe it's not a good draw, actually. What do we want to do here? We could kill the Evolved Sleeper, but I don't really want to let them draw cards. I think I'm just going to bring this back. Crack it for another forest and play and level up Draga Tree Speaker. Maybe we should just get Stomping Ground. Yeah, let's get Stomping Ground. I can afford to pay a bit of life here. So we're set for Glorybringer next turn. Interesting. They go at us. It's aggressive. I don't hate it. Either way, I think we're going to be able to win this game pretty easily. We can Titania to just go off next turn. It was a bad draw, but I'm not too worried about it. Titania, bring back this land, crack it. Gets out towards Proving Ground, bring back the land. Guess I'll just play the same land, doesn't really matter. Crack it. And now this Evolved Sleeper is just totally outclassed. We can even Besage you for 1 mana, which seems kind of awesome. It would give them an extra land, which is not great, but I think it's worth it here to take them off of 2 card draw and their Skull Clamp. Okay, there we go. Solid. This deck was great. It sucks that we lost round 2. Yeah, probably a tough matchup without much graveyard hate. But this deck was awesome. I mean, it had a very clear plan. We have Wasteland and Strip Mine and 5 fetch lands. And then Life from the Loam, Renin 6, Raminep Excavator. So really, like, super in on the mana denial plan, while also having good removal. With, like, all the red and black removal spells. Then, like, lots of good threats. It was, like, fairly fast. So really just powerful and well-rounded deck. It was not, like, broken per se. Like, we didn't have fast bond or like really go off. We didn't have like any power, of course. Definitely a strong deck though. I think that it, like, given the seat that we were drafting, it was probably close to as good as it could have been. Maybe we could have leaned more into recurring nightmare stuff. Maybe we could have tried to take graveyard hate. Like, I do think we saw an endurance that we passed, and like that obviously would have been somewhat nice in the second match potentially. But yeah, good deck, 2-1, okay result. Obviously would have liked a trophy, but so be it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.